Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about the Meta Quest 3. Now I want to say right off, I have the Meta Quest 2. I used that for a very long time. When that first came out, it had come onto the market brand new, I don't know, about a year and a half ago, and I got it. I was really impressed by its technology. I was really impressed by its functionality. What I wasn't impressed with was a few things. How kind of heavy it was on the head. I was creating worlds in Horizon Worlds. Meta has their own app called Horizon Worlds. I would spend 14 hours a day with the headset on building worlds. I built about 30 worlds in that app. But then over time, the technology or the apps that I was playing wasn't improving. It was like terrible graphics. You know, when I first got it, it was pretty impressive. And then I thought, oh, the graphics could only get better. Well, it was pigeonholed by the technology. With that said, the Quest 3 came out and it's leaps and bounds better than the Quest 2. Hands down, leaps and bounds better. I've owned it now going on about a week and it's more comfortable. I'm going to show it to you here. It is by far so much lighter than the Quest 2. Just the weight alone is better. How it contours to your face. I got a rubber gasket thing, which is nice. Is most of the accessories that I got for the Quest 2 fit on the Quest 3. So this rubber protector here, sweat protector, worked. The only thing that wasn't compatible, I had got custom lenses for the Quest 2. Those don't fit the Quest 3. But what's great about it, though, is I don't need them. They made it so that it's not as hot. When you're wearing the headset, it's not as hot. And the space is appropriate for the glasses that I'm wearing. So when I put this thing on, I don't even think that my glasses are on. I don't even feel that they're on. They don't have a problem with it being in the system. The Quest 2, when I was wearing my glasses, they were always fogging up. They were always in the way. I had to get the lenses for it. With the Quest 3, I have not had to do this. I've been playing with my glasses on, no problems, no issues. What I also like about the Quest 3 is the controllers are lighter too, and they don't have that big round thing on them. So, and I was able to use the hand grips from my Quest 2 on here. So a lot of the accessories that I used for the Quest 2 work fine for the Quest 3, other than the lenses, the custom lenses. But the prescription had changed. My glasses prescription has changed just like about 2 months ago. So those old lenses weren't the best prescription Anyway, so you can get prescription goggles or lenses for this if you want. There's a few brokers out there that sell them. I just was looking online yesterday. $30 for a pair of prescription lenses that you can get for these things. The other great thing about the Quest 3 is its cameras. They're so much better to see. When you have the goggles on, you can put it in what they call virtual reality or a sub-reality mode, where you can see your room itself and it's crisp, it's clear, it's not blurry. I imagine the Quest 2 limited that because people felt privacy issues were a concern. I guess if you're recording, if those lenses are recording everything around you, then people were concerned about privacy issues. I don't care what people see in my house. So if Meta is keeping track of that, I don't care. But what's nice is when you go into the environment, the Meta 3 environment, you can choose to go into a virtual world, or you can just choose to be in your own room. Like you'll see your room around you and you just keep the interfaces come up and you can just work around it. The safety zoning is better. It's easier with the Quest 3. With the Quest 2, you had a stationary mode where it put a circle around you, and then you could draw a boundary if you wanted to, and that became your safety boundary. That's still true with the Quest 3. It's just that the Quest 3 also offers a radar mode where actually kind of just radars the room, and it will say, look, walk around the room, and it will record everything that's in your room, and then it creates the boundary. which is kind of nice. I mean, if you're trying to do a full room emergence in a video game in the game, on the Quest 3, then it would track the entire room for you and then let you know when you're getting closer to those walls. I still prefer just to draw my own play space. I just prefer it, but if you don't like doing that, it's almost like bat sonar kind of radar. It basically sees everything around you. But I also noticed that when you use that function, it kind of warns you about things that are really not in your way, like things that are on the floor. Like if I have a computer on the floor, but yeah, my hands could still go there, it will look at the computer on the floor and think that's the boundary. But yet my arms could easily go past that. So drawing my own, that's what I like to do, is to draw my own. Now, I've been playing Demeo. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I played that about a year ago. It's a game on the Quest 3 that you can buy. It allows you to move characters around a map like D&D. It's a fun little game. I've been playing a lot of VR chat. Their Halloween spooktaculars going on right now. So I've been playing a lot of VR chat. I won't go back to Horizon Worlds. I went in there to try to open up my worlds that I had built. I built like 30 worlds in there, and none of them seem to be compatible with their new build. So all those worlds that I spent hours and hours and hours building are not accessible to me now. They won't load. I can't go into the editing mode to load them. I can't play them. I can't do nothing. So all that work gone. And if that's how Horizon Worlds is doing their technology, whereas you spend a good 6 months building worlds and then they're trashed the next time when they do an update, then that don't make any sense to me. So I uninstalled that app right as soon as I knew my worlds were not available. I uninstalled that app. It wasn't a great place anyway. I had given it a 1 star on the app rating a year ago, even after building all those worlds, only because they let little kids just take over the app. I mean, you'd go into any world and you'd F-bomb, the P-bomb. They were even calling each other the N-word. And then you would tell an admin, look, these kids what the heck's going on here? And the admins would do absolutely nothing to stop them. And so I got rid of that. I got rid of playing in that world as I was getting bored with my Quest 2, because the thing with the Quest 2 is it was getting to a point where it just felt that the technology was pigeonholed. It wasn't going to get better. It wasn't going to get better until a new headset came out. Well, here we are. The new headsets come out, and I think it's leaps and bounds more efficient everywhere around it, from the heat to the graphics to the weight to the comfortability. Now, I bought the bundle pack here. As you can see, I bought this on October 4th. It didn't hit the market till the 10th. And it didn't get delivered to my house until the 12th. Well, today's the 20th. And I got the bundle package. I got the Power Bundle package at 512 gigabytes. So this is what I paid for on Amazon, with 778 bucks. Now, you can buy the Quest 3 at whatever market you want to buy it, on Amazon or directly from Meta. It just links to your Facebook account. So everything you had access to if you had the Quest 1 or 2, you'll have access to when you set up the Quest 3. It wasn't that hard. You just go to the Quest Meta app, and it says, oh, I've detected a new headset. Would you like to add it to your profile? Well, yeah, I just spent $800 on it. Yeah, I want to add it. So it was one button, one click. I had all the apps that I had bought on their store. I had to reinstall some of the apps because you just have access to them. You have to reinstall them, and then you can play them. So I went with the bigger Quest 3 for gigabytes, only because I don't like uninstalling games unless they're total crap. Like Horizon Worlds, I uninstalled that right off the bat once it wouldn't function right for me. So I uninstalled that. But the other games that I like to play installed just fine. I do like the VR chat only because there are people that I have, about a year ago, I was playing the games within that application. They're still on the platform. I was able to jump right in. They remembered me. They're like, hey, we haven't seen you in about a year. I'm like, yeah, I've been waiting for the new headset to come out. So again, I would recommend it. And the battery bundle gives me more hours of playtime. But what's also nice is I only have to plug it in here to charge it. So I plug one cable here, the battery pack's automatically plugged in here. So when I'm charging this, it automatically charges this. So you're charging both at the same time. What's also sweet about it is this turn thing that brings the headset in and out. And I'll tell you what I do is I bring it all the way out, and then this way my glasses go in without a problem. And then I just turn this and it fits perfect. It's almost like I don't even feel it on my head. It's that snug of a perfect a tight, comfortable feel, where the Quest 2 never allowed me to feel that way. I had a couple games that required a lot of movement, sword play and whatnot. Zenith, the City of Zenith is what I played a lot of. And every time I would try to play that game, I'd get frustrated because the headset was just flopping all over the place. It was heavy, it was crazy. Not with this one. This headset fits like a glove. It's been fun. I've enjoyed myself. My return to the metaverse, I guess, is that what you want to call it? But again, I would recommend getting these covers. I think they're rubber or silicone covers. Again, I got these for my Quest 2, but they fit my Quest 3 just fine. What you do need to do is, if you use the rubber here, you're going to have to cut a section out of the top of it, because there's a sensor right here that senses your eye movements to know that it's actually you using the device that doesn't waste power. So if I took this and stuck it over here and didn't shut it off, it would know to shut itself off. That's why it's making that sound. It's putting it in sleep mode. Well, if that sensor's covered, the system won't come on. So what I did was I because the rubber was kind of covering it, so I had to actually cut a little piece of the rubber out. But once I did that, you'll see it there. Once I did that, then it can see my eyes just fine. Now, the Quest 3 has optical tracking for your pupils. So there are some apps in the past where if you wanted to look around, you had to actually turn your head everywhere. With the new tracking system that they have, I just have to look and I can see what's going on over here. I don't have to turn my head every single time, which is great because it saves some neck strain. So when you're playing some of these games and you're just looking around, you can actually now look around and the system is following your pupils. Now, there's been some gripe. You'll see this on late night TV, or you'll see it on whatever about privacy issues. You know, Meta's actually tracking everything you're doing on this thing. They're tracking how your pupils are getting dilated and moving, so that, I mean, the best way one would say the best way to judge somebody's feelings is to watch their eyes, right? I mean, if you can track how their pupils are moving and whatnot, then you know if they're happy, they're sad, they're angry, they're mad. Well, guess what? This system's tracking all that. So if you're worried about privacy issues, then they're going to know what things that you're playing on that excite you, that make you feel good. And they're going to try to market those products to you in the future. So I don't know. I know some people watch a lot of porn on these things, and I imagine there's some I don't use it for those purposes. I just use it for the apps. So, I mean, so I guess if you have some privacy issues around that, what kind of porn you like, they're going to really know what kind of porn you like, because they're watching your eyes and optic and what's going on with your pupils. So they can market more porn to you, I guess. I don't know. So I don't use my headsets for that. So when I say privacy issues for me, I have no problem with them tracking what I like in video games, you know, because that's what I use it for, video games and playing in the metaverse. So if they can know me better to know what kind of apps to generate in the future, I like, multiplayer games that are hack and slash. I like D&D type of tabletop games. Those are the kinds of games I enjoy. So they also could track how long I spend on certain apps so that they know, what it is that without even tracking what's going on with my eyes, they will know by just my history that, Tarkus has played a bunch of this, he's played a bunch of that. And then when I go to the App Store, they could throw something forward saying, oh, look, I think you'd be interested in this because of the way your history has been. Well, that's it, folks. I recommend it. If you don't mind, if you can go beyond the thinking of their privacy and whatnot, and you just want a cool gaming system, and you don't give a rat's ass if they're tracking you or not, then this is the product for you. I mean, but if you have problems with that, then obviously VR is not your thing. You should be using a VPN connection on your computer when you go play video games. This way no one can watch you, know it's you. If that's the kind of privacy you want, there's computer games and routes around the internet that you can make sure that no one's tracking what you're doing. You definitely can't do that with the Meta Quest 3. They know exactly what you're doing, when you're doing it, how you're doing it. They're tracking it all, and that is the reality of this product, because that's how Meta does their business. That's why they can provide Facebook for free for you, is because they know how to market to you, because they're watching everything you're doing. All right, well, thank you for joining me, and this has been the Tarkus Zone.